When he woke up in the morning, he would say, I'm going to create a universe. I'm going to be God today.
Is there such a thing as reincarnation?
When it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you.
Isn't it one's purpose in life to find out these things?
Welcome, everyone, into the latest edition of Garden of Doom presents the Book of Black. But this week, it's a little bit different because cue Mr. Thomas's funny joke.
Listen, I don't know what happened to AJ Black. Well, not AJ Black, PJ Black. Today we have a different Black AJ. But listen, I'm filling in. The Book of Black has gotten a little blacker. It's Mr. Thomas, unofficially Mr. Thomas. I'll start by saying the thoughts and remarks that come out of my mouth today do not represent MLW, my professional job, my mother, anyone that's ever met me. This is all from the heart, but don't take it personal. That's all.
Right.
But we have a special guest today.
We do indeed. And so this episode, we're going to call it The Gospel of Thomas, because as you all know, I've been promising you, I've been saying that there's going to be alternative co-hosts to PJ, and you haven't believed me, I think. I mean, there's reason to doubt me because I failed you in the past. But here it is, proof positive. Mr. Thomas is here. And our guest is, this is why I said AJ before, he knows PJ versus AJ. Our guest is AJ Skiles from Major League Wrestling. I hope I pronounced your last name right. I'm really trying not to say Styles because it's a different phenomenal one. How are you, AJ?
You know, I'd complain, but what the fuck would it change? I'm not a big complainer. It doesn't fix a single thing. But my last name is pronounced Scales like fish, but I am often confused with the phenomenal AJ Styles through a set of extraordinary circumstances. I'm the host of AJ Presents the Greater Good, greater spelled GR, number 8R, AJ Presents the Greater Good podcast on all major podcast platforms, unofficial, unofficial member of Boomaye Fight Club, and all around nice guy, smart ass, and entitled prick in the most entertaining way possible.
We'll touch base on this real quickly on how we know each other. I, for some people who know or care, am affiliated with MLW in one way or the other. I'm a performer. AJ is what we like to call the office.
Stop it.
He's the man upstairs. Oh. Not only is he the office, but he's media.
Fuck you. No, absolutely not.
All right. I take it back. AJ is on our wonderful event staff that helps not only find buildings, get our production set up, and make sure that we have a ring to not only perform in, but seats and all accommodations for our fans to watch us in. And it's probably one of the most underrated, overlooked. I know for a fact that we don't hang out very late the night before because you guys have to be in the building very early. And I know we don't hang out after the show because I'm a princess and like to go to sleep. And you guys are out of there until everything is done. So underappreciated. I'm glad we met because you wouldn't have made it to this point. So welcome to the Book of Black.
I am more than happy to be here. Full disclosure, Thomas is my fucking guy. Was literally the first person to acknowledge me as a human being in the company.
Really?
Yeah, Dallas. Ironically, it was Dallas.
Was that the first time I met you?
Yeah, you said you were fucking starving. I said I'd find you some food. We exchanged some like-minded ideologies, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since. Big Thomas guy. Thomas is my guy.
Never looked back. I didn't realize I was initiated in like that. I treat people the way they treat me. And listen, I know this is not a visual medium. We're on an audio podcast right now, but for the record, for you ladies that like, AJ's the kind of guy you would ask, where's a good place to get lunch around here? If you know what I'm saying.
Wow.
I mean that respectfully. A thick, country-fed, jacked up black guy. What, you played linebacker in high school? I'll put you over.
Yeah, a little bit. One of those.
We'll think it's like that big chest, but yeah, you would absolutely know where lunch was good. We've been rocking and rolling ever since. I love that for us.
Well, it'd have to be a part of the Boomaye Fight Club. But I don't want this to be a cyber hug for Mr. Thomas, but I have to say, for someone that I met sort of randomly and barely know, he is not the most responsive, semi-celebrity I know. He might be the most responsive person I know. I mean, I'm including my mother, my brother, my son, friends that I've known for years. I hate to say it, but he's probably the best dude I know. That way, anyhow.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say. I just respond.
Let's not jump out of the window here.
It's a sickness. I can't not respond.
Well, I have the same sickness, so I respect it. Anyway, you guys know each other both from, so for anyone who does, I don't know if how you're listening to the show, if you don't know what the MLW stands for, Major League Wrestling, but just in case you don't, that's what MLW is. It's Major League Wrestling. It has its history back to the early aughts. There was a bit of a hiatus. It was rebooted, I think, around 2017. And you can see people like Matt Riddle is there now. Dijak is there now. I guess it should.
Kenta, mystical wrestler in the world, the Mumbai Fight Club. Me, Mr. Thomas, the worst wrestler in the world.
What? No.
No. Listen, I'm not going to put myself over, but listen, check out MLW, support them, like them. But again, a friendly reminder, the thoughts and views and conversations on this podcast have nothing to do with that organization, my day job, my night job, my girlfriend, AJ's fake girlfriend, and anybody else's wife, or anything that's happening in between here. So
no, that definitely represents the views of my wife.
Tweet me on shit.
If you don't like it, take it up with my wife. She'll kill you. So
let's be clear. MLW Tampa, Thomas gets a case of the dives every single time. Something about being in the city of Tampa, Thomas tends to go airborne. That's a little tip and wink and nod for the next time tickets go on sale in Tampa. Make sure you're there to see it.
Okay, let's get the show on the road.
Let's do it. So, guess first. You had a couple things that you wanted to talk about. Actually, yeah, whichever. You basically, Thomas said, Jeff, you can probably shut up if you want to, because me and AJ, we can talk forever. So I'm going to take that advice.
Very, very much so. Pulled from the headlines. I think the biggest news thing that I've seen recently, and this comes up because you and I were both in New York City the day this happened, was little Luigi. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, so bear with me here. Shot and killed that CEO in Manhattan. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Thursday morning. I had just gotten to town. You got there a little later. I felt like it was in my algorithm on the TikTok because like my geo code was New York City. So I was being like beat over the head with it. And I didn't realize it was such a national news until like the aftermath of them like still finding him. Did you feel that way when you were there? Or like, I guess you were in Charlotte for most of the day.
I landed at like, it was kind of late. It was like 9:00 that night. And when I turned the airplane mode off of my phone, the word Luigi was just plastered everywhere. And you know how social media gets. When things start going downhill and the momentum starts, you can just get lost in the sauce of everything that's going on. It's like, maybe this was some stupid trend. It took a full 24 hours and getting to the building next day for someone to sit me down and be like, this is what the fuck happened. Like, you need to understand the gravity. Someone fucking Mission Impossible this guy. Like,
they made it seem so simple, though. They made it seem so simple. The first thing I'll mention from a personal standpoint, outside of being in the city, I have United Healthcare as my healthcare provider. So the interest was there. The interest was there on what the fuck happened and how will this affect my rates going forward.
I was greeted with a lot of B- level jokes about his copay and issues with him getting checked into the hospital, as one does in this situation.
Of course.
He's rich.
Jeff, what are your thoughts on this?
He comes from a really wealthy family, a wealthy Baltimore family. He went to a renowned private school here. I know he went to college up by you, Thomas.
Oh my goodness. AJ, we didn't even chance to talk about this yet. This dude, I found out, just recently, I guess when they caught him, we got all the aftermath, I guess, of who he is and where he's from. Yeah. Bro went to college in Philadelphia, University of Penn. So
what? Ivy League
whiz kid, but typical white boy that goes to Penn, had a smoke show Asian girlfriend.
Of course.
Ripped to shreds, abs. I saw a video allegedly of him like skateboarding. I'm pretty sure this is him, but like gnarly big bro, sick. Like typical, I know this kid. I've met this guy 100 times. I know, I used to be a bouncer. I know the mediocre white kid.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, never hasn't worried about shit in his life. So like, and then for him to get caught in
one correction. This rich, they don't ski in the Poconos. They ski in Colorado or up in Vermont.
Oh, Breckenridge. Yeah. I dated a lawyer one time, and that was like her first trip. She's like, I'm going to Breckenridge for the weekend.
Though once every 3 years ago to Taos or Salt Lake to say, Park City to say they did.
It is disrespectful to like, put somebody on like a Bush League mount. I'm just
as a Southern man, so I can mind my P's and Q's moving forward. Is the Poconos like the Myrtle Beach of ski resorts?
Abs 1,000%.
Oh my God.
It's Panama for a fucking spring break, brother.
Oh God.
Spot on. Perfect.
Okay. I was reaching deep for an analogy. I didn't know how well that would connect. I'm glad it landed that well. Okay.
I'll give you an easier. It's like Pigeon Forge in Dollywood.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are really catering to me regionally right now. God.
Well, I've been to those
Don't
places. I
sleep
went to
on
Emory.
Pigeon
So.
Forge, Tennessee, brother.
Christ.
I have a Pigeon Forge story real quick.
Okay.
So outside of being there and also being like a random place where they have like a national truck show, like Sport Truck Nationals is there. In fifth, sixth grade, we were in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. God bless America. Thank you, President Trump. And I met a gangle of white women, white girls at the time, age appropriate. And where are you ladies from? Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Ooh.
I've been locked in on Southern Belles my entire life.
Or as we call them here, hey y'alls.
Hey y'alls.
Hey
Anyway,
y'all.
back to Luigi. I'm sorry, we got off topic. Back to Luigi. Luigi gets caught in Altoona, Pennsylvania, a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, which I've been to, ironically, on my very first professional wrestling match in front of a crowd.
Yeah, Altoona is one of the in-the-cut indie wrestling spots. I don't even live in Pennsylvania, and I know that.
Fun story about that. I did a battle royal. The turnbuckle broke. I had ill-fitting pants on, was over like Rover, and gave Swerve Strickland a ride home from Altoona or Uniontown. Stopped in Altoona, dropped him off in Reading.
Did you swerve while you drove?
He was, this dude is crazy. Slept the entire car ride until the second I got off his exit. He sits up like the Undertaker. It was the craziest shit ever. Way before, like no cell phones. Anyway. I digress.
I have a stupid X story because I stink at X. I stink, and for those is Twitter. So Prince Nana posts, "Hey, what are your plans for 2025?" I said, "I'm going to write a song about driving safely and staying in my lane," and he actually liked that and reposted.
Hell yeah, Prince Nana, the GOAT. But Luigi, I don't know, what's this mean for all CEOs going forward, there, Mr. AJ?
I mean, if they can take a shot at the president and we can go about our business a week later, business as usual. Why isn't it going to work any other way? Did we forget that happened? Someone took a shot at the president and we just forgot about it like 7 days later.
It was kind of joked about because of who it was.
Yeah.
The way it happened.
We're not going to get into that, but there was a very pro wrestlingness to that.
It was kind of a work. I do.
Except for the guy who died behind him. I mean, I was all about the work, except for the dead dude.
Up into a shoot for sure.
Yeah. But I mean,
they did smoke that guy, right? They killed that guy, right?
Oh yeah, but
listen, condolences to his family. But the reality of they took a shot at the president, and he continued making public appearances like 5 days later, like it never happened.
Oh, that's how he won. You know that, right? I think that's one of the Think about that 7 8. This dude got shot in the ear. Biden drops out. They put a black woman in. Fucking sails home. I could have won that fucking match.
That was an iconic image, that photo. I will definitely grant you all that. I mean, and not that you want your president to be shot at, but it's obviously foreseen because you have an entire division of people assigned to the president and his family and things like that to prevent that from happening. So
speaking of CEOs who should be on the chopping block, did you see this new young black CEO for Red Lobster said, never bringing back endless shrimp, this fucking guy?
Fun fact, I've never eaten at a Red Lobster in my entire life.
What? There's a lot. Hold on. There's a lot.
I know.
There's a lot of food places you just refuse to go to.
It's not a refusal.
Oh, is it a location situation?
Just never worked out. It's just never really happened.
We could do a tour of the burbs where for me, it starts at Arby's. It goes to Red Lobster. You hit a Golden Corral or something of that nature. And then anyway, we're not going to get on food right this second, but this guy, for example, I'm using this as to lighten up this conversation and bring this back to Luigi talk. Okay. But this dude not bringing back endless shrimp, I think, is a travesty. But if you had a CEO, you could axe for a minor reason, theoretically. Who would it be? This goes to everyone. Jeff, too, please chime in. Because I think about dumb stuff like I want Shamrock Shakes all year round. We're missing out on that. The CEO
so for my own selfish,
the CEO of Chick-fil-A, why aren't we open on Sundays? Things of this. This is the dumb shit that I'm thinking. I'm trying to bring it back to a more human level here and not talk about actual threats against human lives.
All right, fair enough. If it's for my own selfish reasons, I don't know his name. We'll call him Juan, but the CEO of Taco Bell. In this day and age, with technology being what it be, and the interactiveness and the momentary communication you can have with social media, how does Taco Bell not put out a monthly fucking poll about items that should stay? If you want to ask items You have the platform to let us vote on it, because Taco Bell might be the only
Cyber Sunday for fast food.
Taco Bell is the only fast food establishment that's literally serving you the same 11 things with the same 4 ingredients. So whatever we vote on, it's not really changing anything for them. So for you to just take away favorites without any real warning or us having any say-so, unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Jeff, I'm not going to cut you off. I know you're supposed to go next, but just to chime in on this, to give a non-food related answer, I would personally like to maybe not assassinate, but if I had 5 minutes with this guy, the CEO of Frontier, who I believe is the only airline, it's not about all the other bullshit. The only airline that does not offer Wi-Fi. And my reasoning for this is I'm willing to pay for it. You know, I'm a Wi-Fi guy. On any other airline, I will absolutely pay for it. But the fact that they have the audacity, the balls, the cojones, to sell me Pringles for $6.99 and then use the terminal, the Toast terminal that's clearly hooked to your Wi-Fi so you can run my card. Allow me to give you more money so I can check my goddamn email on your $22 flight. For fuck's sakes. I apologize and I digress. And Jeff, if you have to bleep that out, we'll get a swear jar, but go ahead.
We're not bleeping anything out. We're going to mark it as explicit because we'd have to bleep too much out. That's ridiculous. This is going to be an F-bomb show. Wow, this is a tough question. You know what? I don't really travel very much anymore. I'm sort of a homebody. But if I did, and when I did, whoever started this crap of charging for every bag and stopping serving meals on flights and having all those goddamn commercials on flights, whoever that is, that person probably should go. I had a better answer, I think, but I lost it because I'm old and senile. But if it comes to me, I will mention. I will say a little bit to the Landry's group because they own a series of restaurants, and I'm particularly mad at Outback for eliminating the cinnamon oblivion, the greatest dessert on the history of man. And they got rid, and they eliminated it. And I complained a couple times, and they brought it back for one summer. And I'm pretty sure it was because of me, but then they got rid of it again.
Tell me more of this oblivion you speak of.
Cinnamon, what? Tell me the real title. Oblivion?
The cinnamon oblivion.
So bust Google.
It's monkey bread. It's monkey bread.
No. Yeah, well, there is monkey bread, but there's delicious ice cream on top of it with caramel sauce and
a strawberry.
Yes, and these crunchy little like brown sugar hazelnut things that are completely sugars put together, telling you it's hazelnut, and it's not, but they're crunchy and delicious, and it's warm. Yes, the cinnamon oblivion, and there's apple. It's like an apple crumbler cobbler with like delicious brown sugar cinnamon things. Well, it's a cinnamon oblivion, and it's fantastic, and they got rid of it. And
listen, Google Outback cinnamon oblivion, and the first thing that comes up is the recipe. They give it back to you. I don't like doing it myself either, but I'm telling the old lady, I mean, my cleaning lady will make it for me. I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah, well, I'm not going.
I have an army of handlers who will make this.
That's amazing. Well, you do.
Handlers. Everyone has their own responsibility to keep me afloat. AJ does this.
Oh, yeah. Thomas is not a person; he's an experience.
Okay.
Life is good. Real quick, while we're on the topic of politics, AJ, why do Black people use Cash App and white people don't?
I believe it has the least safeguards and the most direct way to accidentally send money to the wrong people, giving it the best possible simulation of cash possible digitally. I think that's what, because with PayPal and Venmo, there's safeguards. You got to confirm.
You got to put your license number in.
Yeah. Cash App, just spell the first 3 letters of his name and kind of look at the screen and it'll send.
Hold on. Let's digress. Let's pretend the last 27 seconds didn't happen. Jeff, do you have Cash App?
I do not.
Hey, AJ, do you have Cash App?
Because of our brethren, I am forced to.
Listen, I also have Cash App. It's just the people I've had to deal with in the past.
100%.
Well, it's for the people. You have to.
I haven't used it recently.
Cash App is for the people.
Literally. It seems to be, I will say, a big trend amongst teenagers. I guess it's like without having to like go to the bank and open up a thing, like not to get too much of my personal life, but my parents have adopted children all within like teenage range. And the one was like, no one ever asked me for anything. But if you ask me for something, you catch me on the right day. He was like, hey, it's my birthday. You want to, like, here's my bless my Cash App. I was like, I didn't know you had Cash App. Had to re-download it because I'm an adult. Boom. Sent this. He's like 16, 14, 15. I don't know. He has sent him $100 like that. Made no sense. He's also black, so it might be you never know.
We have to approach the inverse of this. So what is your app of choice? I'm personally a Venmo man. I'm a Venmo man.
Yeah, I think everyone has shifted me to Venmo. Longevity wise, I'm still on PayPal.
A worker. It'll always be a worker.
It's always there. I don't know. Old reliable. Actually, you really want to do, I prefer to send money Apple Pay, but don't send me money Apple Pay.
Oh, what? It's such a pain in the dick.
I don't know how to get the money out. I just end up.
I always have to Google it every time. Like, how do you deposit cash?
It makes no sense. Sorry, at least I'm not the only person aging out on it.
God, yeah. I think Apple Pay is the one, like, it's unfuck-upable if you have an iPhone. Like, it's the last bastion.
It's like, it's 10 levels of security to like move money, which like I appreciate and respect, but god damn, come here.
That's too much. That's like Swiss bank shit. No. Not that anyone's asking, but I've got PayPal, Zeal. Pretty sure I have Venmo, and I think I have something called TransferWise.
Ooh, I never heard of that one.
Zell's an adult thing too. Zell.
Oh, the Zell people. You encounter like 2 Zell people a year, and they will stick to their fucking guns, let me tell you.
Mike
they
K.
will not let you off the hook. Like, you're down.
Your coworker Mike, Mr. Mike, say he's a Zell guy.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He and I usually are PayPal exclusive. He's never come to me with this horse shit before.
He said it to me one time from like Jen's phone.
Well, I want to talk about this Cash App thing a little bit longer because
he's mesmerized. Like,
because he just made an account since the time I brought it up.
Absolutely, it was my birthday last month. What's up? So I'm just wondering. Listen, I get it. If you don't have an ID, maybe you're illegal, maybe you can't get a bank account for a lot of reasons. I mean, I understand that payday loans are a terrible idea, but some people don't have a choice. I understand, or they feel they don't. I get it. I was perilously poor for a year. I lived in real life how terrible and onerous, how much more difficult the world is. And I was still, I still had a safety net, and most of my neighbors did not. So even then, I felt fortunate. But just everything sucks. People come to your door that you don't want come to your door. There's sheriffs in your building every day, and you're just happy it's the sheriffs and not the regular police. I mean, the insects just magically appear out of your carpet. It's like some sort of levels of hell. I get it, but why, if you have a choice, would you go to the place that is basically there to con and scam you when you've escaped the I'll just say the necessity, for lack of a better word, of having to deal with places that are trying to con and scam you? The pawn shop that should give you $50 but gives you $30. I mean, why do that if you're not actually living the wire? Why would you do it if you're now in the suburbs and the high rises and in the country, whatever, living the good life? Why is it like sort of like keeping it real? I don't understand. What's up with it?
Real. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the way to put it. It is the most scammer friendly, seemingly. You're right. Like, that's not even up for debate. It is the go-to scammer avenue.
0% getting money.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe it's just nostalgia. I don't know. E-nostalgia. It's like the people who keep AOL as their email account.
Oof, I don't have my ears to the streets, unfortunately, so I'm out on that.
Okay. All right. So Luigi Mangione, like for a while, nobody knew who he was. And he's sort of become, I think it's Mangione. It might be Mangione. I'm not sure. I say Mangione because Chuck Mangione had that song in the 70s, Feeling Good, the trumpet hit. And sort of like a folk hero now, which I sort of hate, but I sort of understand. I mean, I'm not for assassination. I'm also wondering why a CEO of the biggest health insurance company in the country, who makes $15 million a year, doesn't have at least one security guard with him at all times.
I mean, that makes sense to me, but also I feel like in the same breath, I would also be like, why's that guy got a fucking security guard? What's he so worried about? I don't know. But they said threats have been made to him before, but those are one of the more high-end people that tend to get fucked with.
And you think the company would pay for the security unless they thought he sucked too.
And he was right
sucked.
outside the building.
For different reasons, right? Yeah, right. He's going to his hotel. I mean, he's sort of a big guy. A lot of people are like, he's 50, but he's he looks like a Vince McMahon 50, like a big, tall, like a big full head of hair, sort of broad, whatever. Yeah.
To revisit the Donald Trump point, the more I think about it, Trump getting shot and coming back and talking shit was very Tupac-esque. Remember the 90s when Tupac got shot and he came out of the hospital in the wheelchair with the Flyers jersey and the bandana on, like actively talking shit to the people who shot him, like, you didn't fucking kill, middle fingers blazing. I never really drew the Tupac to Donald Trump analogy, but it was very Tupac. I digress.
Yeah, there's no digression here. It's all on point. All right.
But Luigi,
yes,
they said this guy was not an assassin, but they couldn't catch this fucking guy for a week. He seemed like he seemed more of an assassin than they thought. Yeah, a silencer on him. And speaking of CEOs, it turns out allegedly, I don't know if this is true, something about the backpack and them being able to trace the serial number in the backpack to like whoever bought it was like how they found out who this fucking guy was, which is crazy.
Yeah,
he had a whole escape route. I mean, apparently his big flaw is he flirted with a girl, so he took down his ski mask, his balaclava or whatever, and got caught on camera.
His only mistake is he had the sickness and a great smile, and
the streets were calling.
Listen, I told this story the other day to a girl, and she was like, "Well, how'd they catch him?" I was like, "His only crime, his only mistake is he pulled down his mask." Smiled at a barista making his coffee, probably some hot goth girl in Midtown fucking Manhattan somewhere. As I would have done the same thing. They would have caught me. I'm like, yeah, I need a vanilla mocha, please. What's up, girl? Shit.
You're like 6'5". You're not getting away with anything.
Yeah, I like the idea of Thomas being stealthy. That's a great to see.
I move pretty well for my size.
You just said you're the worst professional wrestler in the world.
Also that.
You're not even you were 199 in the PWI or something, top 500 black professional wrestlers. So you're not even the worst black professional wrestler.
Allegedly.
Now, come to MLW Tampa to see any and all dives that may or may not be Thomas related.
Right. Yeah. What else is on our list today? I'm off Luigi. I'm done Luigi.
Well, we have our segue because I know that AJ wanted to talk a little bit of RFK Jr. and some of his ideas.
We were kind of talking politics, weren't we? My bad. That's my accident. I apologize for being a shitty guest. Why is my real job still messaging me? Let me check this.
By the way, Thomas with a real job, startling.
Stupid.
Startling ideology.
So stupid. Anyway, I digress. So I apologize for that noise if it came through. Can't find it.
It did not. Don't worry.
But when it comes to our Presidente, El Presidente, how are we feeling about RFK Jr., Mr. AJ? Because this guy is out to dismantle Frosted Flakes, Big Macs, and anything. Well, I don't know what a seed oil is, but whatever the fuck that may be. Do you think this is all talk and I'm going to lose my snacks, or what are we going to do here?
I feel like America is now made of 99% trans fats.
Oh,
yeah. And
if
if our conservative friends would have known this type of wacky progressive thinking was going to happen and cost us this level of carbohydrates and fats, maybe the election could have gone another way. I haven't had a Big Mac in 30 plus years, but I respect your right to have one.
Sure, absolutely.
Frosted Flakes for the middle to upper middle to lower middle class family, lifeblood, ladies and gentlemen. Could you get the Lucky Charms and the Apple Jacks every single week? No, but that sugar rush where your parents were willing to meet you halfway and pretend like this isn't the most overtly unhealthy cereal because it's still cornflakes at the bottom. Frosted Flakes got me through many a time I wanted the super sugar rush of a Lucky Charms that weren't available.
Yeah.
So the Big Macs I can live without. You take away Frosted Flakes, even though I don't even eat them anymore. It's the fucking principle you're going to lose me on. And there might be some heavy Luigi vibes, not from me.
From the folks, from the people.
Internet, hear me loud. This is like Frosted Flakes are for the people.
Absolutely.
Not from me. But there could be some blowback that RFK may want to buckle the fuck up for. Frosted Flakes? Come on.
And again, I'm coming at this topic lightheartedly, because I know there's room for vaccination talk in there, amongst other things. I'm not going to get there, but I'd be okay if I've never heard of another case of polio ever in my life. So that's all I'm going to mention on that. My biggest fear is that this raspy voice motherfucker is just going to take away all the things that I know and love. I got a whole sheet of ice cream cake in my freezer right now, and that's my fucking business. I have the right to bear as many snacks as I want in my motherfucking cabinets, and the sugar content is only on me and the asshole who sells it, but still on me for buying it. Like, what the fuck here, man?
We addressed the fact that you have an entire sheet of ice cream cookie cake.
It was my birthday. It says happy birthday on it. It's not personalized, but like, for the record, I haven't been off of it for like 6 months, but up until one point, there used to steady be ice cream cake in the freezer.
Okay, I was going to say, like, for you to have a cash ice cream cake just sitting on go, even by Thomas standards.
We did a whole podcast where I pulled a Reese's ice cream cake out of my freezer.
You said a sheet? You said a sheet?
I do literally have well, the thing about the Reese's ice cream cake was it was next to the sheet of regular ice cream cake with the, the natural, the carb.
All right, let me ask you a question. Best store-bought ice cream cake, meaning grocery store, and best ice cream cake. So I'm going to start. The best store-bought ice cream cake to me is the Carvel ones with any of the crunchies, stuff, like the Fudgy the Whale, Cookie Crisp, whatever, Cookie Bus. The best ice cream cake, and really anything, Cold Stone.
Oh, interesting.
I have another confession to make.
You've never had Cold Stone either.
Never had Cold Stone.
You've never been to a mall? They don't have an AMC theater near you?
I haven't been to a mall in like 10 years.
10 years ago, there wasn't a fucking Cold Stone Creamery right next to the AMC Charlotte downtown playing fucking Dark Knight Rises.
I've never really been a mall guy. Like, if there's something at the mall, I'm in, I'm out. I've never been a mall guy. It's just never been my thing.
For a place that has the word food court in it, you're slacking, dog.
What? Overpriced, smaller portions.
It wasn't overpriced 15, 25 years ago when we were at the mall. Anyway, you
aren't going to mall shame. You've already wallet shamed me one time.
On to my top. It's Carvel, top 2. It's not number 2. There's no number 2.
Okay.
There's not even a fucking shit.
Shout out to Fudgy the Whale.
Yeah. That's it. We're 3 for 3 Carvel.
Yeah. Shout out Fudgy the Whale, the GOAT. The GOAT.
This must be a regional thing that I'm unaware of.
You don't know Fudgy the Whale?
I'm not even bluffing right now. I don't know.
Fudgy the Whale is a Carvel, and I think he was announced for Father's Day way back when, probably like 40 years ago when Fudgy.
Not the shape of there was a cake, a whale shaped like a cake.
Fudgy the Whale.
The whale's the mascot.
Yeah, back me up on this. Fudgy the Whale may be the most famous ice cream cake in all of ice cream cakes.
He's up there with Cookie Puss.
He's top 3 on the Mount Rushmore
for a very long time.
Yeah, I would agree. I would put Fudgy the Whale in the Mount Rushmore. Cookie Puss. I'm not even sure who the other 2 are. Let's think about this.
Yeah, but if you tell me ice cream cake, Fudgy the Whale is the first thing I think of.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, Tom. Yeah, you're not gonna mall shame me and Cold Stone shame me, and then tell me you don't know who Fudgy the Whale is.
I take an L every once in a while.
I'm Tom Carvel.
I don't like the grocery store. It gives me anxiety.
Okay.
I don't like them all, but I was shamed for that.
I did work in the bakery of a giant food store.
I could not even picture that. It
was at night, and I would put like the frozen stuff on the fucking thing for them to push it in the oven in the morning. Very simple job.
For those of you who've never gotten a visual confirmation of Thomas, and I'm a little biased because I spent a lot of time with him. Again, he's my guy. The Thomas energy, if you ask me, like, what do you think Thomas does from 9 to 5 for health insurance and money? If he would have never given me a guess, he's in a suit handing off an unmarked briefcase in an airport to someone and then changing suits to have another rendezvous with a disposable phone he breaks and throws in the trash can. And it just reappears in another country driving some car so foreign. I don't know what the fuck it is. So he, with his shirt unbuttoned, flapping in the wind to go exchange foreign currency at some coffee shop somewhere. Legitimate super fucking agent shit. Secret agent lifestyle.
At what point in the movie does John Wick have to confront him?
It's not even the violence.
Closing credits.
But the violence isn't even like overt. Like someone approaches him in the restroom and wants to like fucking abduct the cash, and he's dispensed of in a painfully efficient manner that ends with like a fucking face plant into the sink as Thomas like rebuttons his jacket and like walks out like nothing happened.
Like very Jason Bourne stuff.
Some dude called
with less movement.
Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible, that guy.
I was in Miami this weekend. That's not a look.
Here we go.
That's not a look at me, Louis. But there's this one dude, and he called me I think he called me either like OG or old money, like something like that. And like I know I'm getting closer to like up than down in age, and it shook me. It was the first time I've heard it in a while. He's like, "What up, OG?" And I was like, "Am I? Am I in that age? I'm not unk, but am I OG old money status yet?"
Wait till that gray sets into that beard. Thomas isn't embracing the gray beard like I am. Once it really takes over, you'll get that way more often.
There was an old guy at the gym one time called me New Money. He's like, "What up, New Money?" And I was like, "How'd you know?" How'd you know? Oh man, but yeah, dude, I just want to live. What else do we need to go over on the cake front here?
On the cake front, I don't know that we need to go anything. I mean, I think that we pretty much smoked you on that one. So I would like to talk a little bit about the drones. What do you guys think is going on with the drones?
Why New Jersey? And if it's aliens,
Indeed.
why would you go to New Jersey first? Like, why?
I feel like drones are the easiest. Wasn't it birds the last time? Didn't birds have something to do with this? Or I struggle to keep up with every conspiracy theory because it is an endless avenue of channels you can go down. I think drones are the easy answer for the alien cop out. Are we not cloning people? Is cloning over? Is Gucci Mane not a clone anymore?
Oh no, cloning is just beginning.
Okay, it just started. And if we're cloning people, why are we cloning celebrities? Why are those people we're cloning?
It's NC, new conspiracy.
Why are they not cloning Alabama offensive linemen?
Yeah, like
they're not.
Clone somebody who can make you some fucking money. Like, why are you Kanye West? Say what you want. We don't need three of him.
Why can't we have the entire Colorado football team, but like for the army? Like that sounds like where you should, like, I don't know. This makes more sense. Anyway.
It wasn't that the crux of what stormtroopers are, just a bunch of clones? Those are literal stormtroopers, right?
Yeah, they were all Boba Fett.
Yeah,
Boba Fett's father, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, just clone Travis Hunter 3,000 times and ship him overseas.
Amazing. War one right there.
Yeah.
The two versions. You've got the Tony Baselli version and the Jonathan Ogden version. Done deal.
A Tony Baselli reference today. Things that were not on my bingo card.
I mean, two of you want to put the Ray Munoz in there, or
okay, all right, okay, you're dropping nukes. I got you. I
told you I'm an old man. I can't. I don't know any of the new guys' names.
I mean, we essentially do have the same haircut and beard style, just ethnically groomed different. Same thing. Shout out to the hard part. I feel you.
Yeah. Well, it's getting harder to stay party. I'd see my wife, La Sicaria, is also my hairstylist, but her leg got clipped, so I'm currently without a hairstylist.
My wife is absent in my current financial vacuum as she's bleeding me out, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Keep your comments to yourself in case this is publicized.
And the speculations to yourselves as well, because that could be a lot. It could be a trip to Miami. I mean,
allegedly.
Okay, that's fine. We're not asking any follow. It's not that kind of show. It's not a tabloid show. Yeah, we do ridiculous tabloid, not close to the heart tabloid.
Because the drones are droning. I don't know. They're just going to shoot them down. Isn't someone just going to shoot one? Like, that's my biggest fear is like now, like, I got to worry about some fucking paisano in the middle of, Piscataway, New Jersey, shooting shit down and landing on who knows what. Like,
Thomas, what makes you think that people in this country have that level of access to firearms? Be realistic.
The ones who do.
Right. I have two long guns
exactly
within 6 feet of me right now.
No one I've ever met just has one gun.
No. No.
And it's like tattoos. They just keep getting more.
That is the best analogy I've ever heard to the gun. Once you become a gun person, you're not getting one gun. Like, you remember, when your friend becomes a gun person, they show you that one gun they buy.
Yeah, this is great.
10 calendar business days, the armory has begun amassing, and they've got 2, 3, 4 guns.
Right. Then you need Kevlar. And
you gotta have a safe, and then you have to have all this armor, and you gotta have a bigger safe, and then you need a bigger gun than the last one you got.
I've got this laser sighting thing. I don't know how to attach it.
Why wouldn't you have it? It's better.
It was free. It was a promotion. It came with the gun. You just filled some paper out and you sent
Black Friday deals.
And listen, this is not anti-gun. I'm not saying
this is pro-gun as fuck.
Yeah, my feelings are not anti-gun. I get the idea of the fun with the gun. I see the fun factor, but you can't actually use it for the thing you want to use it for.
Well, no, this is the fucking thing. The guys that have a bunch of guns, no offense, this is what they're looking for. Shit to shoot the fuck down, to protect their country, because it's their right to bear arms. And they're going to defend their house because they feel like they're getting invaded.
Well, there is a range, the same place where I bought the gun. There's a range. You can actually use the guns for it. And there's like skeet and trap places. Which is why I have a shotgun, because I'm strangely good at a shotgun. And they tried to recruit me for this skeet and trap team, and I'm like, this is the first time I've ever done it. You got to be kidding me. We want you for this team, and also I'm like ready to buy like Remingtons and everything. I didn't, but I've always that's like been the most manly I've ever felt. It's like people wanted to recruit me for a shooting team. I'm like, whoa, special forces.
No, shooting skeet and all that target shooting, it's fine. The things you really want to use guns for: zombies, fucking saving your family and or your coworkers in a office complex from corporate terrorists who locked you all in there, John McClane style. Stop me when I'm telling lies.
No,
this is exactly the things like
this is all real talk.
Like if you were at your wife's Christmas party and you just have your 2 AKs on you for whatever reason, then all of a sudden people are zip lining from the roof and barricading the door shut. And someone goes, oh no, what are we going to do? Where's Thomas? Oh my God, the terrorists don't know Thomas is in the bathroom. What the fuck do you think? That's the dream, right? Isn't that the dream?
Literally the scenario that they wake up hoping for.
Yes. Thomas comes out with 2 banana clips and goes fucking full John McClane to save everyone he cares about.
God bless America.
Yeah, just shin deep in shells, just really going ape shit.
So there is a cult in the middle of Pennsylvania, and they actually they worship the gun. They consider that the rod of Christ, and there's not a whole lot of them, but there's like a few hundred of them, and like the whole town is like basically like an armory. So Thomas, you're not too far from there. I mean, familial wise, I mean, you're not now, but
I lead my own life now, my own leader, my own.
Okay.
A gun cult sounds fucking wild.
Well, Tyrus wanted to start a cult of the megalodon. So, I mean, I was writing a whole like cosmology about it, or cosmology. I don't know what the right word is right now, but I was writing an origin story, basically a myth. And I think he's dropped it though. We'll see.
AJ, what cult would you join? Sight unseen, soft pitch. How would they get you in the back of the van? What do they got to be selling? What are we praying to get you on board?
Oh God. Okay. Cults. Ironically, I've never been asked about what cult I would join. So this might
you're already a part of like some
Denzel Washington. Oh. If someone wants all to get together to worship Denzel and follow his teachings, I'd follow Denzel into hell. Do you understand me? The man he does no wrong. Everything he says sounds like ultimate unquestioned wisdom. He is the epitome of strength and fucking vision. Denzel, tell me to run head first into a brick wall and I'll take the fuck off.
Man on Fire is my favorite movie, #1 all time.
It's in my top 3, and I think we just became better friends. When Creasy Bear has gone full fucking using guns what they're intended for.
For sure.
Yes. For sure. When he finally just throws down the gauntlet at the end of the movie, it's like, okay, well, everybody's got to die now.
Yeah, that's it. Plain and simple.
That's the gun dream.
That is literally
the gun dream.
Because it's a love story. He barely knew that girl, but he had a reason.
But when he is just as cool and calm and collected, it's like, I'm going to murder your entire family now, and I'm going to collect this wealthy young white woman, and I'm going to go about my business, and we're going to end it all. It's the only movie I've ever cried in my entire life.
Oh, every time it gets me, every time I have to turn it off at the end because it gets me every
time.
Soon as she's like, she's on the other side of that bridge, turn it off. I've seen enough. I can't tear up again.
The swimming scenes where he's clapping the brick together. That one gets me a little emotional too. Like, are you a father figure to everyone? Is that what this is?
I always say this. I explain it very simply. He loves her, but not in a fucking creepy way. Like, it's the best love story ever. He loves her.
Yeah. Has anyone seen Gladiator 2?
No, but I just got a TikTok clip of I think it's like Equalizer 3, but it's Denzel and her like in current time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm also like teary-eyed because he's like an assassin. She works for the fucking CIA.
Yeah. I lost
like,
it when she came on screen. I lost it.
I did not see this come. Like, it was the rare time that like TikTok got me for like 3/4 of a movie, like back to back to back scenes.
Yeah. So for those of you who are wondering, Gladiator 2, he does go full Denzel.
Of course.
Rome be damned, like get in the chariot. We're gonna have a battle. Get in the chariot right now. We're gonna take over tonight. When he like by the third act, he's just dropped the whole act. Like I'm Denzel now.
It's just Denzel back then.
Fuck everybody else right now. And I'm like on the edge of my seat, like more, pour it on, Denzel.
I should see that. Did you see it in the theater or did you watch it at home?
Saw it in the theater.
Worth it in the theater?
If you're a Denzel guy, of course.
Maybe that's what I'll do on Christmas.
Yeah,
Christmas, also first day of Hanukkah this year, a fucking 2-for-1.
Well, you're going to get Chinese food because you have to.
Holy shit. I, ironically, am going to like a Swedish bathhouse here in Tampa that day that is open. It's just like one of those, it's nothing fucking weird. It's not just a guy's, it's women too. It's nothing. It's just, they got like cold plunges and hot tubs and, things of that nature. And you can get a Korean body scrub, make you feel like a newborn baby calf. Ooh. I digress, but on things to do it's
a Swedish Korean bathhouse.
I don't know. I said Korean because that's the last one I got, but I think it's something sweet. I forget exactly. But
how many body scrubs do you get?
Enough. You got to be big on skincare, man. Like,
gotta shave that back. Gotta shave that back.
I digress. But yeah, I'm always looking for things to do on holidays. I don't do the family thing no more. I'm not anti-family. I'm just not going to Pennsylvania for something that could have been a video call.
So Cash App requests you're going to get. So you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
I covered that earlier.
So this is one of the first years that I'm not going to be in Mexico for Christmas, which is usually where I go because it's business as usual on a holiday. So I hope that my first Christmas in Tampa will show that I can find something to do and stay entertained. So I'm going to do my little bathhouse thing. I'm going to try to go to the movies. And I guess I have to go to get hibachi before or after the movie because nothing else will be open because Taco Bell has to let their fucking workers go home. And
Indian food will be open, Thai food will be open, Chinese food will be open, Japanese food will be open, Korean food will be open since you like the Korean scrubs.
There's none of that down here because we live in Florida and they hate immigrants.
Did you go to the UFC card a couple days ago?
What's that?
Did you go to the UFC card in Tampa?
I was in Miami.
Oh, of course you were.
I would have though. I forgot about it.
My son went. You could have met him. Or he could have met you.
I saw a lot of people there. I don't know what the fight card was, but I wish I would have known. I don't hear about things till after it happens. I forget.
Well, I know is the guy that Hulk Hogan walked to the ring lost.
Yeah. I did see that.
Shout out Big Terry. Shout out Big T.
He means well, I think.
Yeah.
I know you have a sweet spot for the Hulkster. I do too. I've been told by the ancestors that it's not so cool to be cool with brother.
But I feel how I feel. I just don't advertise it.
I mean, listen, if you grew up with Hulk, you can like Hulk Hogan and not like Terry Bollea.
Yeah, it doesn't undo everything he did for people like us, like in the industry people, not black people. Not black people. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, like wrestling wouldn't be where it is without what he did. There's no two ways about that.
You mean positively?
Positively.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There might not be wrestling now if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon, who are both two, let's just say diplomatically flawed people. But yeah, for sure. Or it might be like, back where it was, in 81, where you had little territories and maybe you got on a local TV station.
While we're talking about back in the day, did anyone here catch the Saturday night's main event? Any feedback from main event? AJ, did you happen to watch it? I know you're a busy man and a Saturday night and Charlotte may not be in front of the TV watching wrestling, may not be where you want to go, but did you catch the replay? Did you catch anything? The only thing I saw was the triple threat match. Jeff, you're more up to tune with the product, but I know sometimes you're also a few days behind.
I saw none of that. I've seen the clips. I've seen some of the reaction, but no, I saw none of it.
That's a shame. The triple threat Gunther always puts on a show. I did not watch the main event. I'd say, I don't know why. I was doing something else. I had a life to live. Oh, I was out and about. But I did watch the triple threat. It was like the only thing I did watch. And I saw the entrance with Cody and the clearly replica belt that they sell on WWE.com.
Whoa. Why would you think they would just be shilling like that? Come on.
It just wasn't the real belt. Like, you could just tell. You could tell by the strap. The strap was like thick and bulky. It looked like it would have broke behind the, like, you know how you normally fold, you know how Brett fold belt? Like, if you did that with that, it would look like the strap would like snap.
It would snap, yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. But other than that, I do like the nostalgia of things. They should do something like that. Like I think throwback shows are cool. Everybody else does it. Why can't we use the old belts every once?
Yeah, I mean, that wing dingle is 100% coming back for good, though, right?
Oh, definitely not.
0% chance.
It's got a giant WWE logo on the front.
In front of the new building, yeah.
They're not giving that up. Every
love
sports
that.
team
The
has
belt
that.
promotes the brand, bro.
Well, no, they're going to bring back that winged eagle with the new logo, like atop it. Like, you don't think that's going to happen?
No, never.
I think you're going to see Linda McMahon present one to Donald Trump at the inauguration.
Wow.
The undisputed championship, all in gold. Golder than the crown jewel one in Saudi Arabia that we'll never see again until next year in Riyadh, inshallah.
And also, Trump's shoes that he dropped, how did he not call those Trump mans?
There's probably a law against that.
Like, if there's any work on not calling those Trump mans, huge marketing miss.
Trump mans for what? I missed the first part.
So Donald Trump had his own line of shoes that he dropped. There's like his Jordan S shoes. How do you call them Trump mans?
I don't know. I don't think he likes changing anything with his name. I think his name is his brand. I mean, Trump's on everything, even the ones that don't succeed. He pretends succeeded. So, he fakes it till he makes it. And so I think that's probably the reason why. But yes, I did watch Saturday night's main event. I saw the whole thing. 2 hours, 5 matches. I thought it was great. I mean, I don't know what anybody's complaining about. You got a little nostalgia.
Were people complaining? I'm sure the internet exists.
Yeah,
it's wrestling. Yeah, they were complaining. 100%.
Good card. I mean, they're like, it was a glorified house show. Really? With
yeah, what do you
matches? Both were.
What do you think? Do you not know what Saturday Night Main Event was back in the day? It was all the fucking shows we did for the last 3 months. We're going to do that same match on TV. You know how many people saw Boss Man Hogan in a cage? Everyone saw Boss Man Hogan in a cage, and then they put it on TV and never did it again.
Like, are you guys expecting Mania? Essentially, that's what we thought.
That's what they think every month. Like, I don't understand, but
it was the same as like Backlash or whatever, where you get 5 matches. We got 3 title matches, two world title matches. So
because there's no pay-per-view this month because they're doing Saturday. Great.
Wait, so 4 Liv and Io. I mean, that's the 4th and the first. So we got 4 to 5 matches were title matches. I have no idea what anybody's complaining about. I mean, listen, I know that they weren't 27-minute bangers. I prefer a 10 to 14-minute match any day of the week.
Triple Threat was good. Go out of your way to watch it.
I like the whole thing. I have to be. I thought it was better than Survivor Series.
How was Cody and Owens? Was that decent? Was that worth everybody's time?
Without watching it, I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. It was exactly what you thought it would be, except for Owens mentioned Randy Orton way more than he seemed to be focusing on Cody Rhodes, which was, I mean, a little bit of a 3-card Monty, because last time they did that, it was Liv Morgan talking to Raquel Rodriguez and she came back. So I was expecting Randy Orton to come back and he didn't. So, I mean, I guess they swerved me good. They're supposed to. I mean, but I mean, I think everyone going into this picked 5 out of 5 correctly. But
yeah, nothing major was going to happen on fucking Saturday on Peacock.
Fuck that. Money in the Bank cash in, world title change.
Okay. Complete reset.
Io Shirai beats Cody and makes history and wins the title. Like, that's what people expected.
That's exactly right. And the Great Kabuki comes back and missed them all. So that was
Kenny Omega shows up and V-triggers everybody and shocks the world. Yeah, Tony Khan is publicly executed in the middle of the ring.
The cleaner is back.
Yeah, the wrestling world was to be turned upside down at Saturday night's main event.
So Bullet Club really becomes Bullet Club.
Oh, hello. All right. Things got dark.
Full circle.
I'm not the one who executed the man.
Neither was I.
I mean, listen, I know that you're there with Azteca Underground, which is an homage to Lucha Underground, which actually did kill people, which was fantastic. But I didn't do it. Hey, listen, what do you do with MLW?
Right. I am the co-event coordinator. We open the building. We know we work with the athletic department. We work with the local doctors and state mandated rules saying who can bleed, if we can set things on fire, can we fight in the crowd? What level of shenanigans can take place and where in the building are they allowed to happen? I basically make sure the actual event takes place, the physical event, the ring crew, the setting up of the stage, like the fire marshal says there has to be so many feet between the guardrail and certain areas, like the little things that you wouldn't think about, I have to put in place and make sure they're lined up to make sure we have a smooth show that is not stopped because regulations are not followed.
Oh, no, my friend. You see, we don't know each other. These are exactly the things I think about. This is what nobody else. So you are like not only the on-site production manager, you are the compliance officer as well.
That's probably the best way to put it, for sure. For sure.
See, that's what I like. See, that's the stuff I'm interested in. Like, because like if you just show them Maryland, they're like, nobody can bleed. I mean, shut up. But that's what it is. Nobody can bleed. So probably why
you need a license.
Yeah, if you're getting thrown out of the upper deck onto 4 tables, like we need to look at that seating chart to make sure when the rubber meets the road and it's time to clear out this space, we've allowed enough real estate to get people the fuck back when that time comes. Because sitting in an entire section of seating like a foot away, probably not the smartest thing.
The Maryland Athletic Commissioner told me that every wrestler not only needs a license in Maryland, but also needs to get a medical exam before the show. I didn't ask how soon before the show, but that seems like really, really onerous.
Yeah, I've done it before. It's stupid. The license in itself is just a cash grab. It's like getting a fucking weird card. You fill out your name, you tell them what your fake name is, you give them $35 hairs, and they mail you a fucking sheet. And then
Can you use Cash App for that?
You Cash App your payment.
not in Maryland. I think DC is the same way. DC is also the same way on some weird regulation. But I had to do it when I had a WWE date, brother. Check the calendar. It was the last live event for COVID. Anyway, but yeah, same thing in DC. It's just stupid. And usually the doctor's exam is just some fucking quack checking your blood pressure.
So how is Dario? Caesar.
I'm a huge fan.
He's the coolest dude ever. He's one of my best friends.
Yeah, legitimately, one of mine too. Like, if I had to rank my MLW locker room friends, it goes Boomaye and Caesar's like 1B. Like, check.
I don't have his number though. My problem is I'm cool with him. I don't have his number. I don't follow him on Instagram. I don't know. I think he lives in Tennessee. I don't know shit about him.
Lives in California.
I get TikToks of like him on Punked, and it's fucking like amazing. Like he punked Trump. I think he was on the Chuck Liddell one and quite a few others, but I think he was definitely on the Trump too.
Yeah, he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was a recurring character, and every now and then I see him like on a commercial. I'm like, come on, Dario Cueto had people killed. I don't want to see him selling insurance or being, happy about, getting his new John Deere or whatever.
We lost him for like 6 months, and I'm a big fan of the show Mayans and Sons of Anarchy spinoff. And when they pulled him out of that basement cooking meth, I lost my fucking mind. I looked up from my phone. I was like, oh, that guy looks like Caesar. Oh my God. I lost my. So let me get this straight, Sons of Anarchy. CM Punk and Caesar. Someone there likes wrestling. Someone likes Mayans.
The craziest thing about him is he's not a wrestler. And I forget that sometimes. He's a paid actor. So like I've been in scenes with him. I've watched him do scenes. I watched him and Bischoff do a little cut scene at MLW, and fucking professionals unlike any other. They did 2 takes only because it's good to have a second one to compare it to. And it was flawless. It was on point. It was logged. It was filled with dialogue. It's crazy what a real actor can do. And Bischoff is just as much an actor as anybody else because he has just as many years on screen and in front of anybody. It was wild to be around real professionals when you see these fucking jambrones that take 27 takes to get fucking 10 words across.
Well, you're not unk age yet. I am. So I remember when Eric Bischoff formed a movie production company or media production company with Jason Hervey, who was married to Missy Hyatt at the time. And I think they actually produced Thunder in Paradise was like their big, like their anchor production.
Yeah, what a time. Dude's been fucking bullshitting the whole world since then. So yeah, I'm sure he's got a SAG card.
He tried to launch a line of toys that like weren't even like wrestling related too. Yes, but Caesar, great guy. Yeah. But yeah, my best locker room friends are Boomaye, 1A, Caesar, 1B, probably Matthew Riddle climbing the ranks very quickly.
See, I don't talk to anybody in like outside of work because I got shit to do, but I
Well,
talk to you.
Your best friend, you don't have his phone number.
Talk to you. I love Caesar. We're very respectable. His girlfriend said the same thing. He said you two are very good. I was like, I thought the same thing. We're cool. Yeah, because we always get stuck in Ubers together, and then like when we're out, we just kind of hitch up. That's it. He's cool dude.
No one really talks to him. Like if you don't like approach him, he'll just like sit by himself. Like he's a to himself kind of guy.
Very content. I go out of my way to say, at least say what's up, where you been, where you come from.
Same. And he's always like so happy to talk to me. Just thrilled.
Yeah. Now I know he's dating models.
Well, Caesar, if you're listening, I'm open to being a more active friend.
I got to figure out how to get a hold of this man. Like, remind me I said that next show in Dallas.
I will. I mean, that would be amazing. I mean, I know that he didn't do Lucha Underground. I know he was just a actor on Lucha.
Just reading those lines.
But Lucha Underground is just such a beautiful merger of pulp and wrestling and grindhouse and comic books, and just in the universe it existed in, it was near flawless. I mean, the season 4 lost some things, but I mean, come on, when they punched and somebody's heart fell out of the Matanza's heart fell out of the back of his body. Oh, that was great. And Katrina Mil Muertes, that whole act was just so fantastic. And sorry, Ricochet, but Prince Puma was your best character work, and King Cuerno rocked. And I know he's probably doing better now as Santos Escobar, but King Cuerno, what an amazing character. Just people didn't even need to speak to get over. Pentagon barely spoke a word. He's so much better in Lucha than he was in AEW, basically being the masked luchador version of Orange Cassidy with the Cerdo Miedo every 30 seconds. Please stop doing that. You were a badass fighting with Vampiro. Even in Impact, you were a badass. MLW, you were a badass.
Yeah, but to compare Lucha to just about anything else is almost unfair. Just because of the nature of the product, no one's even trying to replicate that. You couldn't. That's lightning in a bottle. You could never replicate that again if you tried.
And you probably shouldn't, but I desperately want someone to, but you probably shouldn't. You're right. There's something you should just leave alone.
At least production-wise. In ring, sure. Production-wise, yeah, that's a 1 in a million thing.
No, listen, you never know. You get some freaking Looney Tune in MLW, or not MLW, in WWE that wants to do a weird like 6-episode project for the fucking CW, and they let the Performance Center kids like film something and like some cinematic. It would take some wacky ass shit like that to get anything. It won't be the same, but like it's
like a network exclusive type of a thing. I could see that.
But only with like unused NXT people that no one would ever know. And
what are you talking about? My man PJ was part of the Worldwide Underground. He's got to be in there.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it would be like a Freddie Prinze Jr. like weird project that they'd let him do or some shit.
He's been talking about a project for 20 years, so do it already.
Listen, well, his boy's out, so he's beat.
What's that? Vince
was his boy.
Oh, well, I mean, he can do it on his own. His father was Chico. Come on. And Freddie Prinze Sr. was Chico from Chico and the Man. I mean,
was he really?
I believe so.
Holy shit. I'm kind of blown away. I did not know that.
Yeah. Here's another one. You've heard of the group, The Main Ingredient? They sing the song Everybody Plays the Fool.
Yeah.
You know who the lead singer is?
Who?
Cuba Gooding Sr.
What?
Yep.
Nepo babies.
Yep.
That was one of my topics when I was originally on this show.
For years, I thought it was the Neville brothers or Aaron Neville. So then I found out I was wrong, and I'm like, The Main Ingredient, who the hell are they? And it's like Cuba Gooding Sr. And then, sure enough, Sirius XM Radio, whatever, go, yes, his son is very famous. And he said, show me the money. I'm like, you're kidding me. I'm like, that's just amazing.
AJ, who are your favorite Nepo babies?
I think Cuba Gooding Jr. now. That's fucking incredible.
Besides Cody Rhodes, who's the bigger Nepo?
I don't know. I think the Ball family had the greatest Nepo run of all time because they all did it in one clip in one sitting.
Wow.
Lonzo Ball got over in like 3 weeks, and all of a sudden, all of his kids were in the fucking NBA. Lonzo Ball got over faster than any man I've ever. Like, I went from having no idea this man ever existed to him being on the front page of every sports outlet on earth and willing his sons into the NBA. All of them.
It worked.
All of them.
Now you don't see him. It worked.
Kim Kardashian.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a different.
Kim put in the work to earn her spot. No.
I don't want to comment too much on that because I don't want the.
That's okay. You don't want the smoke. I get it.
Respect for Kanye. Respect for Kanye. I don't want to listen. You never know who's watching, who's listening, brother. And I don't want
to. Things we said, that was the lie.
I don't want to burn my bridge with Yay, bro.
Yay, if you're listening, you're always welcome on the show. Even though you're not in and around wrestling, you could be.
That was the line that Thomas didn't want to cross after all the things we talked
about. Watch your mouth, brother. Just watch your mouth. I'm just saying, tread lightly. Ice is thin here.
Oh, easy. We've talked about government conspiracies.
Right. We just glossed over the whole drone thing, but the alien invasion or military testing or a ghost ship from Iran on the East Coast, but Yay is the breaking point.
We can't go there.
Only Kanye can save us.
Wow.
Oh, that's a dark thing you posited.
Is that related to Boomaye?
Nope. Unaffiliated every way.
Kanye West thoughts do not reflect me in this idea of the Boomaye Fight Club.
Yeah. Listen, doors open, brother.
Listen, I'm trying to cement my spot in Boomaye. I'm trying my best, and I'm not even there. If Kanye West gets in there before me, I'm raising hell.
Maybe I get in there before you do.
See me on some of these fucking emails instead of sending them over my head. Maybe be a little more involved.
What if AJ used Just for Men and we color our beards dark?
Thomas just threw a subliminal at me, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I be like the Owen Hart of Boomaye?
You can. Show up. Head up, man. Roll up.
We'll get you some caution tape wrestling gear. Don't you worry.
I just might. I mean, I'm sort of I'm cyber friendly with Marie Shadows. I know she does some work with you guys.
Marie Shadows was my right-hand lady in New York. Boy, oh boy, she is a dedicated, hardworking lady. God bless her.
Oh, I know. Wait, do I know her? I do know her.
She makes her own crunch wraps during the Mexican discussion upstairs.
The girl?
Yes.
No, she's cool.
No, she's Italian. She's not Mexican.
I didn't say she was Mexican.
We're having a discussion of Mexican food.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And she let us know she made her own crunch wraps.
Oh, yeah. We do fuck with her.
She's from New York. Nobody knows where anybody from New York. It's all Italian, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Dominican, Jewish. It's Greek. It's all the same. We all come out the same.
True.
Oh, no. AJ, what do you want to plug?
I want to plug AJ Presents The Greater Good. We're currently on our 9th season. That's AJ Presents Greater Good, greater spelled GR8R, available on all major podcast platforms. 9 seasons deep. Our Patreon is live. We give a portion of our proceeds to public schools. Everyone gets an opinion. Mine's the only one that's right. And I am ultimately right about all things food, pop culture, and nostalgia. Check us out on all major podcast platforms. That's AJ Presents The Greater Good, greater spelled GR8R.
The Greater Good is my favorite podcast to do just because you and I share the love for food and all things food related, which is why I tried to keep the conversation as least food related today as possible so we can pump some of these listeners, our show, to your show.
Excellent.
We like
Thomas is the correspondent of the show.
Where will I see you next? What's your travel plans for next month? What are you doing for the holidays while we're here? We'll do a friendly send-off. What's a North Kakalaki man like yourself do for Festivus, Kwanzaa, Christmas, New Year's, that week between Christmas and New Year's? What's on your agenda?
I am all the things you're actively avoiding. I go home, barricade myself in my father or mother's home.
Jesus.
With my gigantic family that I only see once or twice a year.
Okay.
Have a dinner out of pure obligation and get the fuck out of there as soon as dinner's over.
Hey, yo.
Like, hit the fucking road, dawn.
Hey, yo, Jeff, what's on your agenda for the holidays? You staying in?
We are staying in. We're doing the turkey thing, cooking at home. The stepson is a classically trained chef in Ecuador, so we're gonna test his wares and see how well he can do. Again, his mom's only on one leg now, so he's really stepping it up. He's been very useful lately.
Was that a leg joke or
unintentional? I, of course, am my consistent state of uselessness.
Yeah, I'll be here in Tampa. I'll be here in Tampa. Outside of going to a football game on New Year's Eve, that's a daytime thing. I'm not much of a watch the ball drop kind of guy, but I'll be around in the meantime. AJ, thank you for joining us. You come through clutch. I like when I book a guest and they show up promptly on time and then provide full context and the content for us. So it's greatly appreciated for you returning the favor.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I appreciate you guys. Know that.
Well, Jeff, you want to sign us off the way only you can?
Well, first of all, where do you want to be found and followed if you want to be found and followed, sir?
Me, I don't want to be found. I do like to be followed. If you're going to follow me, it's Mocha Traps. Mocha, like your hot chocolate, traps, like what's on the top of your shoulders, at Mocha Traps on Instagram, where you can see pictures of me, at Mocha Traps on Twitter, where you can hear me bitch about wrestling and promote wrestling, sometimes baseball, and talk some shit. You can follow me on TikTok if you want to watch me pet dogs along the way. It's pretty much all that content is in reference to. Watch professional wrestling, donate to your local dog shelter. I just now found my notes for the record, which I've been looking for approximately 1 hour. So AJ, I appreciate you. Jeff, thanks for letting me guest host.
Listen, I love having you guest host. I do. You bring your own.
I need a platform. God damn it.
Yeah, no, you're great. You really are. Well, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on the X at Dose Evil, or you can do it at Icarus Fell MD. So that's fine. This podcast, if you're listening to it by accident, it's the first time because you're a fan of Mr. Thomas's, or you're a fan of AJ Skiles, or even AJ Styles, that'd be fine as well. Just subscribe to Garden of Doom wherever your podcasts are found. Garden of Doom is sort of occultids, comparative mythology, theology, history, anywhere my crazy mind takes us to. I have really overachieved with guests. Let me tell you, I've got college professors, like not just professors, like people who do the great courses and shit like that, world-renowned people, New York Times bestsellers, ton of fun. Garden Views is more law, business, tech, realpolitik. And this is G.o.D. presents the Book of Black, or today the Gospel of Thomas. And so it's sort of Garden of Doom things, but spoken with people in and around wrestling. So hopefully you like the show. You'll check it out. You'll share and tell your friends about it. I do have one request, if you can. This is not for me. This is for Lufisto. She had a GoFundMe. It got taken down for reasons we don't know. So me and another guy, we opened up a GoFundMe for her with her consent, but I'm told it looks sketchy. So if it looks sketchy, sorry, it's just because we have never done one before. I did not want my name on it because, Dose Evil, not so popular. The other guy, he's really well liked, but he didn't say I could say his name. So I won't. But, but it's real. It's going to her. It's going to an LA email address. That's where the other fellow is. I'm on the East Coast, so it's not like we're going to split the money and run away. Not that that matters. We could cash app each other. And it is going to go to her, and she could use it. So help a legend out. And I think that's probably enough for me. You'll hear from us later on in the week. And I thank you to Anthony Missionary Thomas, Joey Numbus, and everyone at Wrestling Soup for putting this on their network. Thank you. Thank you, AJ. Great meeting you. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. I love you as a guest and as a co-host. I can't wait to do more shows. And AJ, you're welcome back anytime.
Excellent. Thank you, guys.
Later.
For more episodes of Garden of Doom, make sure to subscribe to the podcast on the Wrestling Soup Network, available on all major podcast platforms. Garden of Doom is a weekly show hosted by Jeff Lippman and Dr. PJ Black. Follow Jeff Lippman on X at Dose Evil and follow Dr. PJ Black at DareWolf333.